The girlfriend and the wife of a married man are both unliked and misunderstood often. There are some courageous girlfriends and wives who decided to step out of line and speak to each other without the venom of anger and judgment, just to make sense of the craziness of what they were experiencing. Keeping their identities and confidentialities intact, I'm sharing their discoveries to dispel the programmed thinking about each woman, because misunderstanding these dynamics gives the cheating man more power, and it puts women at risk for falling into these dark pits again. I have made 4 short videos to describe what these women shared. Don't make a judgment till you've watched all 4. This is the 4th video, and I'm going to make a video on how to overcome and make yourself safe if you had fallen victim to this dynamic. If you subscribe to this channel, you'll know when it comes out. So when the women exchanged their stories, they realized that the man in their trio would breadcrumb them, but expect loyalty and affection and attention from them. They realized that the man would breadcrumb them by giving them just enough attention, love, whatever they wanted to keep them going on the trail, but never enough. He would never truly commit. They shared stories of how he would ask each of them for their devotion, their undying commitment and loyalty, but never gave them the satisfaction of a true commitment. If they ever fell out of line, he would punish them by withholding affection. One could say, well, the women should withhold their attention and affection as well and not talk to him either. But he would easily win at that game because he always had the other person as a backup to rely on. You're pissing me off? I don't even care. I'll just go to the other one. Till you've learned your lesson and come to your senses and change what does not work for me about you. When the women exchanged their notes and tallied their times and situations, the girlfriend realized that all the times he said that his wife was mean and incompetent with the kids, and because of that, he had to step up and take care of the kids, the wife was actually overworking to make his home life perfect, and that he was just chilling at home with his wife and kids, and telling the girlfriend that he's doing dad duty. He would give the girlfriend a block of time. I can see you from this time to this time. She would enjoy his company, but never truly get enough, as he had always had one foot out the door when he got what he wanted. The wife understood after their meeting that all of the times he came home late and looked disheveled and tired, where she stepped up to take care of him, to make him want to be home more, that he actually had just spent extra time having fun with a girlfriend. The wife also felt that he was never truly present, no matter how she would change herself, the kids, his environment. He was there, but not truly present. So she too did not have the feeling of deep satisfaction and fulfillment, always thinking that if she was different, better, somehow better, then he would love her more. Another thing the ladies realized was that he wanted each of the women to be available to him at all times. pick up the phone when he calls, answer his texts. He would also want to know all the details of their lives and their whereabouts, but would get annoyed when they would ask him the details of what he was doing. And he would act like they are interrogating, being suspicious, or nagging him. The ladies noticed that he would manipulate them by playing the victim card frequently. It seemed he always had a problem. He was always hurt, oppressed, overworked, overloaded, and pressured. Life is so hard. I have so much pressure from everywhere. I never get any peace. You yell at me, and so does my wife. He took so much space, demanded so much time, attention, and energy that the women felt that there was never any room for him to listen to what they were going through. It was always about him. They always found themselves putting their own selves aside to cater to him. The women felt that they weren't always like this and had not been like this and to this degree with other men before. They didn't know how. They slowly lost themselves so much that they jumped at his every whim. It seemed like a slow but steady breakdown of themselves as individuals, where their whole existence, value, worthiness depended on how he was with them that day. Did he text? Did he call? Was he nice? Was he present? The crazy thing is that this bad behavior, this never giving you enough, these demands on your time, the love bombing, the breadcrumbing that I've mentioned in other videos before, this will keep you reeled in and on your toes more than if you were in a healthy, stable relationship, in a dependable commitment. The problem is that the system feeds itself and keeps getting stronger. These behaviors not only reeled the women in, but did it in such a way that the focus came off of themselves and onto him, so they could not even see what they needed to see about what was happening to them. Even when others would tell them, they couldn't take their advice. And thus they stayed in this mean dynamic. When you are losing yourself in a relationship, it's not a healthy relationship, and it's definitely not love. It's a dependency disguised as love. You can feel it in the push and pull and the meanness, the hot and cold roller coaster, emotional roller coaster feeling of it all. And this is why I'm sharing all this with you guys. When these women spoke to each other, they realized how they were being manipulated and reeled in. Let's be clear. I'm not saying you should also speak to the other woman in the dynamic. This doesn't go well for everyone because people have different personalities and different motivations. These women were stuck in this for years. They realized how unreal things were, how he kept lying and manipulating them, how they were using his lies to base their life decisions on his lives. When I ask the man in these situations why he doesn't come clean and tell the truth to these women, he always says things like, these women are so attached to me that it's my responsibility to keep it going, to save them from the pain of their reality. He frames it as, I'm doing them a favor. It's like playing God, or better, a puppeteer, deciding the fate of other people, telling them only what he feels they should know to create a certain dynamic for himself, working hard to manage their perception, what is real, lying to them when their intuition tells them otherwise, gaslighting them that they are wrong or paranoid. The truth is that he can't stop and make things right either. Because now, this is the only way he knows how to emotionally regulate himself. The only way this dynamic ends is if one or both of the women decide to leave it. I really hope that this underground perspective helped. I know that if these women knew about all this, it would have saved them from years of wasting their lives. In some cases, important reproductive years that they wasted. Tell me what you think and what your experiences and realizations have been. I'd love to hear about your experience. Comment below or email me, sanya@sanyabari.com, and I'll look out for your questions and comments. It was lovely being with you. Love and light from my heart to yours. I can't wait to see you again soon.